There is a study that found the average person is lied to between 10 and 200 times per day. Not by strangers, by the people closest to them. Most of those lies aren't even words. They're gestures, silences, and carefully timed moments of warmth. The most effective manipulation you will ever experience won't feel like manipulation. It will feel like love. It will feel like concern. It will feel like someone finally understanding you. And here is the question that should unsettle you. What if it's already happening and you have no idea? Welcome to TheMindShadow. This channel exists for one reason: to pull back the curtain on the mechanics of human behavior that most people are never taught. Today, that means going somewhere uncomfortable. Manipulation is not a rare pathology. It is not something only monsters do. It is woven into the fabric of ordinary relationships by ordinary people, often without full conscious awareness. By the end of this, you will see 6 specific tactics with complete clarity. You will recognize them in your past. You may recognize them in your present. That recognition is power. Let's begin. The first tactic is what psychologists call reciprocity exploitation, but let's call it what it is: manufactured debt. Robert Cialdini documented this in his landmark research on influence. The principle is simple. When someone does something for you, you feel obligated to return it. That's not weakness, that's human wiring. The problem starts when someone deliberately triggers that feeling to control your behavior. They do the favor first. They give the gift without being asked. They show up when you didn't expect it. And then, later, sometimes much later, they collect. Not with a bill, with a subtle pressure, a look, a reminder of what they gave. The ask seems reasonable because it's framed against everything they've already done for you. Think about a relationship where you felt constantly in someone's debt, no matter how much you gave back. That's not generosity. That's a ledger being kept. The most sophisticated version of this runs so quietly, you never see the transaction happening. You only feel the weight of owing someone perpetually, and you can never figure out why. The second tactic is gaslighting, and the third is its quieter, more lethal cousin: reality attrition. You know gaslighting, the outright denial of events, that never happened. But reality attrition is slower. It doesn't deny your reality in one move. It erodes it over time. A small correction here, a slight reframing there. You're being sensitive. You always do this. That's not what I meant, and you know it. Each individual moment seems minor, defensible, easy to dismiss. But neuroscience shows us something important. Your brain stores memories through a process called reconsolidation. Every time you recall a memory, you rewrite it slightly. An external voice that consistently reframes your experiences doesn't just change how you see events, it changes the memories themselves. Over months and years, your own internal record becomes unreliable. You start to distrust your instincts. You start checking your perceptions against someone else before you trust them. That is the endgame of reality attrition. Not that they convince you they're right. It's that you stop believing you can be right on your own. The fourth tactic connects directly to this: intermittent reinforcement. And this one is the most addictive thing a human being can experience. Intermittent reinforcement was first discovered in B.F. Skinner's behavioral research. Rats, given a reward every time they pressed a lever, eventually stopped caring much about the lever. But rats who received the reward only sometimes, unpredictably, became obsessive. They pressed the lever compulsively, even when no reward came. You are not so different. When someone is warm, then cold, then warm again, with no predictable pattern, your brain doesn't learn to detach. It fixates. The dopamine system, designed to track rewards, goes into overdrive, trying to predict the next moment of warmth. This is why people stay in relationships that cause obvious pain. It isn't weakness or stupidity, it is the oldest survival mechanism in your brain being hijacked. The fifth tactic builds on this: isolation framing. This one doesn't lock you in a room. It makes you want to stay close on your own. It works by subtly reframing outside relationships as threats. Your friends don't really know you like I do. Your family doesn't want what's best for you. It's gradual. It sounds like loyalty and intimacy. It feels like being chosen. But what it actually does is remove every external reference point that might reflect reality back to you. The sixth tactic is identity anchoring, and this is where it gets deeply personal. Someone who knows your deepest insecurities can tether your sense of self to their approval. You stop asking, "What do I want?" You start asking, "What will make them see me the way I need to be seen?" Your identity becomes something they hold, and that is leverage without limits. Here is the revelation that reframes everything. Go back to the question at the beginning. What if it's already happening and you have no idea? The answer isn't that someone sinister is running a calculated operation against you. The real answer is harder than that. Most people who use these tactics don't have a manual. They learned them from their own relationships, ones where these same tactics were used on them. Reciprocity exploitation, reality attrition, intermittent reinforcement, isolation, identity anchoring. These patterns propagate because they work, and because people absorb them without knowing it. Which means the person using them on you may not see it. And you may have used them yourself on someone who trusted you. That is not an excuse for harm. It is a call for a different kind of awareness. Understanding these tactics is not about identifying villains. It is about identifying patterns in others, and honestly, in yourself. The moment you can see the mechanic clearly, you have a choice. And choice is the only thing manipulation is designed to take from you. If this gave you something real, a framework, a recognition, or just one uncomfortable question worth sitting with, then this channel is exactly where you need to be. Subscribe to The Mind Shadow. Every week, we go deeper into the psychology that shapes power, behavior, and the hidden forces inside every human interaction. Drop a comment below with the tactic that hit closest to home. Your experience matters here. And if someone in your life needs to see this, you already know what to do. I'll see you in the shadows.